Good very early morning, guys. It is 7 o'clock. It is cold in the garage, but yet here I am with the infamous Yeti. And today, of course, you've already read the title of this video, so you know what's happening. I'm going to be showing you guys how to do body panels for your Yeti, your Wraith, anything else really that has a cage, but then has something else, like plastic panels or a Lexan body like this. So, first off, I don't have to remove the back screws because those are already ripped off from the amount of abuse that I've put this thing through. It's not abuse, it's an RC car. It's pretty much impossible to abuse an RC car. That's not true. You can throw it off a skyscraper, and that is abusive. But anyways, I'm going to want to remove the body part, the plastic body thing itself. I don't have any screws on me. One's to screw the metal panel in, so I won't be doing that today. There you go. That little screw out of there. Come on, out. Ouch, please. Please, thank you. So there you go. That is the front, or that's just kind of the thingy that goes on it. So we can set that aside because we're not going to be using this thing anymore. Excuse me. So now we have a really cool buggy type looking thing. Let me see. Let me turn the camera. Nope, wrong way. There we go. Okay, so this is really cool. The way that it's a buggy, just the way that it looks is really cool. And so with body panels on it, it's gonna look even cooler. So I'm gonna be only doing one panel today, just to show you guys. Okay, so I decided I'm gonna do the whole thing. So that bit, so from here all the way to there, that's what I'm gonna do. And to do that, I need to take the roll cage off. Like that. Put the truck aside. Like that. Then you got the roll cage. It's a very sturdy cage. And it's a cool one. So now the next thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get a piece of paper like this and draw out a pattern for your panels. Keep in mind that depending on what vehicle you have, the panels may need to go on the outside or the inside. So like on the Yeti here, on the hood, or up front here, the panel will go on the outside of the cage. But over here, I think it will have to go on the inside, so behind the cage. I'm not sure. So, you're just going to want to draw your pattern, and I will come back once I've done that. Or you want to try and kind of draw it out, cut it, like cut out a pattern out of a piece of paper, and then, yeah, I'll come back once I've done that. Alright, so I've cut out the pattern. It's really just a lot of trial and error to get the pattern right. You can kind of trace it with a pencil. It can be tricky doing it that way. I just kind of started cutting and finagling, so that's the shape that I came up with. The bump up part here goes in the front. And be sure that when you make your templates, that you keep them in case you need to make more or anything like that. So that's going to sit on there just like that. Or that's where the metal will go. Just like that. The front I will do as part of the hood, I think. So now we have once you got your template, you can get your piece of metal. I'm going to be using aluminum that I got yesterday. Set this aside. Okay, so let me mark out the pattern on the ground, because that's where this is going to work. And I'll come back and I'll show you what I did. Okay guys, I'm just going to do it vertically like this. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your template and you're going to tape it to the aluminum. Well, I have aluminum. You're going to tape it to your piece of metal. Put a tape loop on the back there. And then you want to configure it so that you'll have the least amount of waste when you're done. However that is, that's how you want to do it. Just so that you don't have a ton of waste, so that you can keep some of your good material. So I'm going to put it right about, line up that edge up top here. Hold that and press along. Now that's stuck on there, grab a pencil. I think a pencil will work on this. Yep, it will. So you want to take a pencil, you might think, well wait, wouldn't you use permanent marker? No, pencil is nice because it kind of blends in. See, you guys can't even see what I just wrote there. I didn't write anything, I just scribbled, but it's nice because it blends in, and if you make a mistake, it's not permanent, it's not black. So like if you draw out some giant shape that you want to cut out of a huge piece of metal, and then you don't cut that out, then you have a big piece of metal with a big, like, permanent markers scribble through it. So anyway, you're just gonna, trace it like a stencil. I'm gonna do that off camera because it's awkward doing it from the side here. So alright, I got that traced. You guys can't tell. Even when I pull this off, I don't think you guys will be able to see. But I did in fact trace it. And I can see it, which is all that matters. I don't think you can. So, like I said, keep the template for later use. And now, you can go ahead and start cutting this out. Be sure that when you cut your panels out, that you cut outside of the lines so that you have room to trim them smaller. Because if you make it bigger, you're safe. But if you make them too small, you can't put metal back that you cut, nor can you do with anything. So, yeah, I'm going to cut this out. It's going to be really awkward on camera because, I mean, come on, it's a 48 by 28 sheet of aluminum, so it's awkward. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and cut that out. I'll come back once I've done that. Alright guys, got that cut out. Like I said, it's very, very rough. It's just a rectangle right now. So, next I'm going to cut this closer to final size on camera here. And I'm going to put the body up there, the roll cage, so I can check it. So, just kind of start wherever you think might be easiest. Make sure that you can see your lines. Be aware that when you do cut it, the edges can be / will be sharp. So be careful. That's all I want to say, is just be careful. So I am taking my chances and cutting right on the line. Like I told you guys not to. But I will go ahead and take my chances. Here next. not a straight cut. Go. Got the bottom bit cut. We'll do that angle there. That wasn't as good, I don't think. I'm just gonna check that, see if it'll work all right. See how I'm doing here so far. Let's see. Okay, yeah, it's a little tall. The back is good. So yeah, I think my lines were pretty good, so I'll finish cutting this and I will come back. Alright, got it cut out. Be careful when you're doing small edge cuts. Be careful with these guys, because if you get one of those ends in your finger, it hurts. It hurts really bad, so be careful. That's all I can say. There's just one little spot there that could probably be cleaned up right there. I'm going to go ahead and try and do that without cutting in too much. Kind of pull it off with the pliers. There we go. Got it. So, like I said, edges will probably end up being sharp when you finish, but that's pretty much how you make a body panel. Next step that you will need to do is there you go. Is you're going to want to bend it to the right angles and stuff that your cage is at. So, like mine, I've got a pretty steep angle in the front here. Or not steep, but you know, it's an angle. And a little bit of one in the back too. So, the way I like to bend those is line it up exactly about where it's going to go. So just kind of play with it a little bit and find just the right spot that it's going to go. Actually, I'm going to take this little thingy off real quick because that's getting in my way. And yeah, I don't have screws to actually put it on today, so I'll have to go get some. But yeah, so you just want to put it on there, just kind of play with it with the positioning, like whereabouts when you bend it, it will go. So I think right about there is good for mine. And you just want to grab your pencil, here it is, and just kind of mark about where you're going to bend it. So like, there's a double bend up in the front here. So there's one here, and I'll come down probably about there. So once you get those marked, you can bend them and just kind of test fit and finagle it, do what you need to get it to fit right. So I will go do that. Alright, so I got it bent, as you can see. Nope, there you go, now you can see. Kind of bent it slightly in some places, just so that it kind of fit the curvature of the side. That's going to look slick when it's done. Once I get panels on this whole thing, that's going to be one slick truck. So, lines up pretty well, as you can see. You know, once it gets screwed on and hit a few times, you know, it'll get pushed into proper place. Then the last step is to find the holes and drill them out, or drill out the holes for mounting. I'm not going to do that today because that's pretty self-explanatory for you guys. You just kind of put it on there where you want it, clamp it probably to hold it there, and then mark the holes, drill them, and get your screws and screw them in. So, the thing I'm not sure about is where this is going to go. This will fit on the outside, but it can also, I think, maybe it can't. I'm not sure. I can't tell. It might be able to fit on the inside too. So I'm debating whether to put the panels on the inside or on the outside. I think I'm going to put them on the outside though because they're kind of designed for protection. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this wasn't too long for you guys. I'm not sure how long it was. This was kind of my first time doing this kind of thing, so I had a lot of thinking to do. So, as always, please leave a like, subscribe, comment down below, click the bell next to the subscribe button to get notified of all my videos, and I will see you in the next video, guys, hopefully of this Yeti with these sweet looking body panels on. Goodbye!